Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some more Rome 2 Siege action. But before we get into it, apologies for the long absence. It's been about 3 weeks or so, I think. Work has been insanely busy lately. Some of you might know work is where I have the opportunity to get some of my, if not all of my videos recorded. And yeah, work has just been absolutely insane the past almost 4 weeks now. Haven't had a chance to record a video. Haven't really had time at home to record a video. Getting ready to have another child, another boy. Pray for me, 2 boys. So yeah, we've been getting ready for that. Work's been busy, so the last 3 weeks have been absolute chaos. But hopefully, we're gonna get back to some normalcy here. So yeah, so we're back. We're back. We have a 2v2 for you here. This one has been sent in to us by Snowman. And as always, let us go over the players on the field of battle. We'll quickly go over army comps, and then we'll grind into it. We'll get right into it. So defending here, we have 2 Valhalla. Okay. Well, I'll get to the reason why I paused for half a second. 2 Valhalla, 3740 playing as Arverni, and Snowman playing as Bactria. And then attacking, we have Master of Puppets playing as Epirus, and Mr. Shiny Shots playing as Galatian. I saw the Galatian archer over here, and I thought for a second that it was a Gallic hunter. That's why I had a wee bit of a brain fart there for a moment. But interesting place. Interesting place. I mean, I think that they can cross the water here, but what exactly we're going after here, who knows? But it doesn't matter. All right. We'll start with Galatia. They have a unit here, Celtic Slingers, and then we have, I would imagine, 3 Syrians, because why wouldn't you? Nope, there we go. Noble Horse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Galatian Legionaries, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like Galatian Swords, 1 Celtic Tribesman, and then a big old Ballista Boy. And that appears to be it for them. I don't see any other units anywhere. Epirus is bringing, we have 2 Royal Peltas, 1 being the General, 1 Archer, and then 3 Cretans. We have 3 Samnites, I would imagine, yep. And then on the Tortoises, Illyrian Levies, 1, 2, 3. 3. And then what do we got up here? Thurio Spears. We got 4 Thurio Spears, and then 1, 2, 3 Mercenary Italian Swordsmen. I think you all know how I feel about Mercenary Italian Swords. And then way over here we have a unit of Tarantine. This isn't right. They already have 4 ranged units. Maybe that's why he's all the way over here. I will note that the description for this is a practice on the defender's part for the Total War League. I know that is a ongoing siege competition. I forget who hosts that, who runs that whole thing. But there are a variety of Total War streamers who cover the battles. So definitely go check that out. Some high-tier plays, I'm sure that you will witness. Meanwhile, defending here, Bactria is got a Bactrian Cav. We have Eastern Javelin, nice. Thurio Spears, bunch of Thorax Swords, naturally. Greek Scorpion, smart. Bactrian Hillman, actually not a terrible low tier unit, honestly. 2 Syrians, I imagine that there's a 3rd lurking about somewhere, and there he is. Persian Light, Mercenary Syrian Archers. Wait a second. 1, 2. Was that the rule? Were you allowed to bring 5 range? I think it actually said in the description what the rules were. Interesting if you are. Or maybe skirmishers don't count as ranged units in Total War League. Which that could be that could be devastating, honestly. I mean, skirmishers, not a lot of range, and the missile damage isn't really. I feel that the missile damage for javelin men and skirmishers should be a lot more than archers because it's a spear. A javelin has more heft to it. There's more inertia behind it as you throw it. So, anyway, interesting though. Interesting. Thorax swords, and then what do we got here? To round it all out, the two Syrians, the Persian Light, and Bactrian helmet. And then another Bactrian. Yep. Okay. All right. Arverni is bringing. We got some chosen swordsmen here. Celtic warriors up front and center. 2 there. 3, 4. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chosen swordsmen. Some Levy Freemen. And that appears to be it. Of course, we have the Gallic Hunters. 2 more chosen swords. We have 2 more Gallic Hunters. And then, of course, the Celtic Skirmishers. All right. This is on the smaller map of Diosoplis. Hip Hop Anonymous. It's 2v2, obviously. But it goes almost 45 minutes. So this is going to be a slugfest, I would imagine. But anyway, let's get underway. I've done enough talking. Not enough action. It's been 3 weeks with no action on the channel. Good news, though, is we hit 300 subscribers. So that's pretty cool. Very exciting there. Exciting stuff. I'm just realizing now that it's not exactly the best place for the ballista to knock down walls. However, I'm assuming that he's going to be using this solely as a bombardment to try and chip away at the number of troops that are inside the walls. Being that it is the smaller settlement size, he's able to get closer with the artillery. And then there's also less distance that the projectile has to cover. So, I mean, hypothetically speaking, that giant ballista could probably hit these thorax swordsmen all the way back here if he really wanted to. Cavs moving around on the inside. Looks like they're not going to bother with the Tarantine Cav. Honestly, it's probably for the best, as they are kind of a medium. They are a medium missile cav, so they would be able to kite away from the noble horse and absolutely the Bactrian roll cav, since it is very heavy shot cav. There it goes. Slowly but surely making his way forward. So, I mean, I think he would have gotten the same... if he's going over here, I think he would have gotten the same effect if he had just placed it down here. And then went to wherever he's going. But Celtic Slinger is moving on up. Let's see what happens to them. Ooh, here we go. A little bit of a sally out. Bactrian Hillman. It's going to slow down these guys. Unfortunate that he clicked to charge, so they just threw anyway. So that's gonna, even if he pulls back right away, or if he shifts and moves to the other 2 spearmen over here, it's gonna slow them down considerably. And look at this, they've actually shifted the towers over here so that the scorpions on top can reach inside. They're not even bothering, they just actually brought this as artillery to use. But these guys, they're not going to be able to shoot anything. They have the gatehouse in their way. So Bactrian Hillman probably, not doing too hot. That's no surprise. They aren't exactly the best. Thurios spears are absolutely going to waffle stomp these guys. They're going to be out of here pretty soon. But hey, it's slowed them down a bit. So that's sometimes that's more important. Thankfully, these guys aren't too close together. The towers are not clipping into each other, so they are able to get off of the towers successfully without getting stuck up there. And then slowly but surely, the siege tower is just making their way downtown, walking past. Are we firing here? Not yet. Wait until they can get a good shot, until they can see everything that is within the settlement. I think, though, that the defenders probably, I would imagine, are going to have a pretty decent time. This settlement, by and large, of itself, when it is the larger scale, is a tough nut to crack. It has a lot of good choke points. There are these slums on the outside that, harbor, or hinder, rather, any type of attack that you can make. And, I mean, where are you going with? Oh, okay. They're taking the long way, but they're going. It's . It's unfortunate that the attackers didn't pick. I mean, I'm sure that this is by design. Okay, this might be in response to what the defenders have chosen as their faction. But if they had, obviously if they had picked a faction with Vanguard deployable units, they would have been able to put the tortoises over here, and then they just rush over. Honestly, now this makes more sense. They have the Celtic Slingers up here because they're not actually trying to land on the walls. They're just moving the tower within range so that the Scorpion can take some shots. Wall is getting knocked down, slowly but surely. This is going to create a very small opening, a very narrow opening. So, personally, for me, it's never. I would never advise you to knock down a wall in the 90-degree section of it. Because you're going to get this tiny little opening right here. But they're going to continue to knock down some more wall here, and then these 1, 2, 3, 4 tortoises are going to move over here. So it's pretty smart, actually. It's not a bad move. Honestly, this is something that I would do. It's something that I have done. I think I've talked about this before. I even have the replay, I believe, on, but it's from like years ago on Alexandria. Or no, on Athens. On the one side of Athens where it's like a straight shot of wall, and then to the left, the wall like dips in, goes straight, and then dips back out and like wraps around behind the Parthenon. I ended up shifting all of my units to that side because I had noticed that my opponent, who I was up against, had laid down a bunch of traps and stuff in the choke points of where I would have attacked. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So I shifted completely, and he started to, oh my gosh. He started to complain. All right, at least it's only the archers. It's only the archers getting absolutely shredded by some Gaul hunters. Are these guys firing yet? Nope, not yet. Waiting. Patiently waiting. Siege tortoises are knocking down some more walls. Looks like they're coming over here to try and knock this down. And are they going to actually get up on? No, they're coming down. They're disembarking. I don't know what's going on here, though. Are they disembarking? They are. It's this unit here. Yeah, Thorio Spear. So this is coming back. It looks like he's probably... I think he's trying to get in here. I think that's what he's trying to do. Also, I just realized what this is for. Holy crap. This is amazing. They put... This is ingenious. They put the towers here so that the guardhouses don't have shots at anything. I've never seen this before. Holy crap. That's amazing. Okay. That's genius. Put that in your back pocket, okay? I just don't know if it's actually going to work that way. Because they can still shoot from the side. So, I mean, they're not shooting forward, but even still, I mean, they're... So long as they can hold the gatehouse for as long as they possibly can, which the minute that these guys charge in, they're going to start to neutralize it. But it's still firing. It's still firing at these units over here. It's firing at this siege tower, which doesn't really matter. It's firing over here at this. Yeah, that's exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to do what he can to mitigate the fire that's coming out from the... Ooh, what? Lyrian Levy's just getting shredded by the by the arrow tower here. That's rough. They're down to 53 guys. I don't even know. Did the archers get it? 159 kills. All right, yeah, so the Persian light archers doing some serious work. They've lost quite a few men in their, on their own, but in the process, I guess probably from the siege towers? Right? Down from 120 to 97, I guess that would make the most sense that it's the siege towers. But now they're just going to start opening fire again. These guys are starting to come back. There's only 52 of them left, though. So, I mean, that's really... The minute that they charge in, they're going to be gone once again. But now these guys are going to start to get shot at. It looks like Epirus is going to abandon this over here. So, well played on Bactria for thwarting off the assault here on this wall over here. Wall Maria. 10,000 points if anyone gets that reference. So yeah, I mean, Bactria was over here ready to counter. Galatian swords against Thorax swordsmen. Thorax swords will win that, I believe. I mean, they have the armor and I think the melee defense too, right? 57 versus 52, yeah. But they have the weapon damage and melee attack. 32 and 40. Oh, 38 and 34. Factory and Hillman up front and center are going to take the brunt of this. Naturally, they're going to get absolutely shredded. But they're just there to kind of hold the line. Levy Freeman getting moved forward. They're probably going to throw their jabbies when they get the chance to. Interesting. Pulling on out. Okay, they were losing, really. How were they losing decisively? And against what? 120 men? Factory and Hillman, of course, are losing decisively. But they were just there to hold in place so that Levy Freeman could throw their javelins. And now Persian light archers are opening fire once more. 198 kills aren't enough for them. Good God. Galatian swordsmen already starting to waver simply because they're getting held up by the Bactrian Hillmen. They were getting jabbies tossed at them by the Levy Freeman. And then the Persian light archers were peppering them on down. So they're doing what they can here. Bactrian Hillmen, of course, have led. No surprise. Strong possibility. Never mind. I was about to say strong possibility that they're going to come back. Of course, I'm wrong. Looks like the ballista is now firing. It is up to 29 kills. It's going to start to find some targets. Thorax swordsman here is exactly what I'd be going after, and looks like that is precisely what he's going for. This nice, sweet shot. Get some nice rolls through here. You can manage to take out quite a few men in all three units here. Archers are moving forward, getting ready to probably try and thwart off these units over here once more. I mean, if he can chip away at Epirus's units here and prevent them from getting the tortoises up to the wall, that's going to be huge. And if they can just focus all of their energies on defending just this point right here, that's going to be pretty big. More shots coming in. Doesn't look like he's using Flaming Shot, which is mildly disappointing. Levy Freeman, of course, are starting to waver. It's no surprise. Thorax swordsmen, chosen swords, rushing forward to try and hold the line. Galatian swords finally breaking through here. This is not great. Celtic warriors holding on for dear life. Bactrian and Hillman charging on in against the Italian swords. Look, I know this. I know. I say that they're crappy, but 3 Italian swordsmen against 2 units is, you know, what do you think is going to happen? Galatia is now pushing forward with more of his units. Celtic tribesmen, more Galatian swords moving on forward. Levy Freeman starting to make their way out, but looks like they're actually getting swarmed, perhaps, by the Galatian swordsmen here, or they're just rushing in. Yeah, there we go. Because of that, there's collateral damage, and the Levy Freemen are now gone. Thorax swords have made their way to the Galatian swordsmen, or Galatian swords, rather. These guys starting to waver. It probably won't be too long before they actually break and then rout. But now it looks like... well, they're moving their archers over here. Smart move. They're moving their archers to the sides. Now they're going to be able to fire into the sides of the Thorax swords. Chosen swordsmen. And they're seriously concentrating their firepower here. They're really concentrating their firepower. What do we got up here? The Syrian archers are up here. They should start to counter these guys as much as they possibly can. They're going to be a little protected because of the teeth in the wall, whatever you want to call them, but they still will end up taking some serious losses. That is a lot of firepower coming in. I'm not even sure that they're actually firing at the archers. I think they're going strictly after the infantrymen, which honestly, if this is, this is practice for Total War League, that's probably the smart way to go, is to effectively utilize your archers to get as many kills on infantrymen as possible. Because while archers definitely help win battles, it is the shield and the sword and the spear that definitely win it in the end. Thorax swordsmen here are already gone. 136 kills, though. Put in some serious work, but against some Sand Knight warriors, it's no surprise that that's what happened. Meanwhile, over here, we got 2 Galatian swords tossing their jabbies at some Celtic warriors who are holding on for dear life, staring down the barrel of 3 Galatian units, not legionaries. But we do have some Gallic hunters ready and waiting. And again, oh my gosh. Syrian archers already gone. How many kills? Only 25. They should, if they get off the wall quick enough and they make a break for it, that they should be able to save themselves and not rout or break completely. Meanwhile, the Scorpion here is doing a hell of a job. Up to 60 kills so far, just ripping shots through the advancing enemy. taking long shots here. Yep, there you go. Smart move, too, because the shots are going to over-penetrate and continue to travel through. So anything that's standing behind these Thorio spears... I mean, did you see that? Did you see that? My God. Wait a second. Is this... This is... You can... Right? Yeah. Yeah, it's just... Yeah. Okay. I had a brain fart for a second. I was like, wait, this is artillery. But I think scorpions are kosher for everyone else. It's just actual catapults and onagers and whatnot that you can't bring in. Chosen Swordsman going to hold the line. Would like to see them in the shield wall, actually. I mean, they're tossing their jabbies, so I get that, but... I just saw 19 men somewhere. Maybe I'm wrong. What are the generals in all this, by the way? There's Arverni's general. Don't tell me he's dead already. Oh, there he is. No, he's not dead. I'm just blind. Do need glass. I need new glasses. It's been years since I've gone to the optometrist and got my eyes checked again. Alright, so what do we got going on here? We have some Sand Knight Warriors taking on Chosen Swords. They are losing decisively, too. I'm guessing that it is... They're getting shot at by somebody? Or maybe it was just the Scorpion that whittled their numbers down so much that this is how it's going now. Chosen Swordsmen here, though, they are starting to lose decisively. Sand Knight Warriors having a field day over here, 24 kills. How many do they have? They only have 31. They're going to be gone relatively soon. And then once that happens, I mean, the Chosen Swordsmen here they can't afford to move. That's crazy. They're losing 100 men to 35, and they're losing. Meanwhile, Epirus has managed to get their units back on the tortoises, and this is dangerous here now. If the defenders aren't careful, Epirus will absolutely exploit the distraction that is going on here. Galatian Swords starting to waver, taking too much fire from 3 separate units. They're going to be gone soon. And then, of course, a unit of Thorio Spears as well. That's pretty devastating. Galatian Swordsman over here, or Celtic Tribesmen over here. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Anyway, Celtic Tribesmen not doing too hot. Great angles by Arverni, getting these guys out of here. I mean, great angles in general. It is the shield arm, so they're going to be able to defend a little bit better. Oh god, it's Royal Peltis already. Jesus. So Royal Peltis is going to be able to tear through the Celtic Warriors here, unless they get some serious arrow support. And these guys start getting taken out. They're moving in. So here we go. Meanwhile, over here on this front... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Get these guys out of here. There's only, a handful, but even still, some is better than nothing. But over here, hard fighting going on. Meanwhile, Epirus is trying to break the walls down. About the only saving grace here is that these units are pretty depleted, and they're only levies. So they should do fairly poorly once they actually make their way through. 210 kills for the Greek Scorpion here. They did some serious work. They are getting shot at. They're probably going to be gone relatively soon just because they are getting shot at. But they might actually be out of ammo. Yeah. I think they... No, some still have some ammo, so... Yeah, we'll see. Faction Royal Cav charging forward. Not a bad idea. This might actually prove to be pretty fortuitous here. They're going to charge on up. And they should be able to break these Illyrian levies fairly easily, and then that's going to allow them to charge on out and go after these Syrians. Looks like, yeah, Galatia's realized what's about to happen here. What does he have as second win in battle rhythm? Over here, Royal Peltis combat scheme. Yeah, they're losing decisively. They're losing slightly, though. They probably are getting shot at. We're not pushing here, are we? No, it's just the way that it's going. The Royal Peltish General is getting in on the action already. Bactria's General has charged on out. Galatian Legionaries coming on over here. This is probably the smart place to have them. Oh no, they're posting up to prevent Bactria's Cav from going anywhere. Epirus is moving his Tarantine Cav around. This might not be a bad idea for the Noble Horse to come on out. Not necessarily pursue, but slowly but surely make their way around. How are the ballistas doing here? 228 kills, my lord. Cretan Archers getting shredded over here. 48 kills. They definitely had plenty of ammo left, but now they're just here. Oh, Galatian Legionaries coming in to help back up the Royal Peltis. They're losing decisively, though. Are they getting shot at? They are. Who's firing at them? Gallic Hunters. Getting some shots in. Down to 86 men. 89 kills. Almost kill for kill. Chosen Swords doing pretty good at the moment. Their Spear's not doing too hot. No surprise. I mean, they're in square formation, so they're going to hold on for a little bit longer, but eventually they will get chipped away. But in the grand scheme of things, it's just kind of a delaying action while the Sam Knights over here and whoever else, I mean, they're really trying to dogpile and rabbit over here. Chip away at our Verni's 2 units here, and then hopefully what I'm assuming is that they're going to happen is bust on through. Galatian Legionaries are moving over. Bactria's General is now surging forward. We're going to take on these Italian swords, and the Illyrian Levy is going to definitely break these guys in a matter of seconds. Tarantine Cavs coming over here, probably to harass the Royal Cav. No surprise there. Definitely the smart move. But if he can get rid of these 2 units and then also manage to tango with these guys and get into physical combat, the Tarantine Cav will probably be leaving relatively soon. Our Verni's General, I'd like to probably see come outside over here as well. They don't even necessarily have to do anything. They could just come up over here, really. Maybe even take on the Noble Horse. There's Epirus' General right here. And he kills 45 so far. Bactria's moving back in. Can't really afford to lose his General. Or even some of the units, for that matter. We're doing here. Thurio Spear still losing. Thorax Swordsman up to 80 kills so far. I mean, really, all these Thurio Spears should be in square formation. Celtic Warriors not doing too hot. They are losing decisively. No surprise. And they are taking on some Samnite Warriors. Meanwhile, up over here, how are we doing? Gallic Hunters not doing great. They are getting peppered pretty heavily by some Syrian Archers. No surprise. 149 kills, though. Oh, nice. Okay, smart move. And it does not look like Galatia has realized that this unit is out of ammo. So there you go, getting jebaited. Same here, too. 182 kills. He's just put them over here. He's just wasting ammo. In the long run, that's all he's doing is just wasting ammo. So that's a nice play by our Verni. So realistically, what do we have left here? Oh, look at this. Teaming up, sallying out. Going to come way around. Try and get rid of some of these units here. Ballista is completely out of ammo, so I mean, this is really a non-threat, not even worth going after. Syrians, though, that is going to be something that they're going to want to go after. And honestly, I think it should be... I think our Verni should wait for Bactria. Bactria should take on the Archers. Our Verni should go after the Noble Horse here. If they decide to counter... The only issue is going to be these 3 Galatian Legionaries are on the outside of here. Tarantine Cav coming all the way over here. Are they actually going to go in? I don't know if that's such a great idea, but hey. Going to try and go after the Syrians here. 231 kills. I don't think... Yeah, they're already in. So it doesn't even matter. This is going to be a throwaway. I get what he's trying to do here, but Tarantine Cav is... They're not it, man. Not it to try and... The melee defense is 62, so that's not too bad. But it's medium Cav. And he didn't really get a good enough charge off to warrant all this pull-through. 0 kills in these Celtic Skirmishers. But they're a little bit better than Archers, so they should be able to hold on relatively. There we go. Bernie's surging forward, going to take out Giant Ballista. I mean, they can't fire anymore, but this is more for a small victory. Morale boost type of deal. Quarantine Cav already wavering. So are the Chosen Swords and Celtic Warriors here. It's starting to look a little dire for the defenders here. 19 minutes, 15 seconds left on the clock. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the cool YouTube stuff. Helps out the channel. I, of course, appreciate it as well. Chosen Swordsman getting shot at a little bit here by some Cretan archers. They're going to hold the line. I would, of course, like to see these guys in shield wall. They might have some jabbies left to use. Royal Peltis are pretty beat up. 125 kills. 56 men left. Not sure that the defenders are going to be able to pull this off. Syrians coming back. 54 men. How many kills? 234, so they're most likely out of them. Yeah. The way he's walking. What was that? Go, Thorio Spears. Finding a little gap. This is what's good about depleted units like this, is that you can exploit gaps much easier because they're not going to get hung up on the sides here. So we managed to slip on by, get tangled in with these Thorax Swordsmen. The Thorio Spear is going to lose, but the whole point is to prevent the Thorax Swords from moving forward to offer any type of support. Stamnite Warriors not doing too hot. They're going to be out of here relatively soon. Glacian Legionaries are moving in, not in combat yet, but they are already taking fire. Thorax Swordsmen are now moving forward, chasing the Samnites, but they're going to get entangled with Glacian Legionaries. Only a few units here and there, so it does say that they are winning decisively, but in reality, they're only fighting one or a handful of guys. Meanwhile, over here, Glacian Legionaries taking on the Chosen Swordsman. Combat is even at the moment. Here we go. Ooh. Cycle charging these Galatian Legionaries. I mean, Galatia should have them in shield wall if he doesn't want to take the serious, to take those charge penalties. Look at this. Depleted unit of Celtic Warriors broke, then came back, charging into the rear. Oh no, charging headlong, so protecting their flanks, but even still. This unit got a little beat up there. How about him? Down to 62. 65. I don't know, it seems like the attackers are starting to slow down quite a bit. But these 3 Galatian Legionaries are a little scary. Royal Peltish General down to 98 men, 81 kills. Galatian Legionaries we're losing, or they're winning decisively. It's teetering back and forth. Chosen Swordsmen aren't going to be able to hold on forever. We got another unit Chosen Swords coming up, so there we go. These guys are routing. What I think right now, currently, I think probably the most important thing would be any units that are routing like this. This is the whole reason. This is why they should be. Yeah, there you go. Go after these guys. Get rid of them completely. You want to come over here. Any units that are routing, any enemy units that are fleeing the city, you want to chase them down and break them completely. So that's 44 Galatian Legionaries. It's only 44, but that's still enough to cause quite a bit of a headache. See, they're starting to already come back. But if he gets over here and gives them a good charge, they'll probably break pretty easily. Samnites. Bactria is moving back inside. Yeah, coming way back. Way back. Honestly, I think he would have been alright, though, just coming around like this. I can't imagine that they really have any type of ammunition left with any of their archers. Syrians. Well, we still have some ammo. Can't be a lot, though. 136 kills cannot be a lot. Royal Peltish Generals come over here to help. Looks like they pulled back the Galatian Legionaries, or the one that they were fighting actually broke. Losing. Now they're going to be winning a little bit, though, just because they're getting some help. But you guys completely out. These guys, too. 234. They really did a hell of a job. And they're out too, right? There's no way. I mean, they have. It's pulled back, but I don't. Oh, there's a bolt there. Maybe they're not out of ammo. Gosh. Not sure. 210 kills though, so that's pretty good. What does he have as his second battle? So. Shots coming in. Who's firing? Oh, the Eastern Javelin. Okay. Celtic skirmishers as well. This is. I think maybe what is going to end up happening is over here, it's going to crumble a bit, perhaps. And then they're going to use this opening to flank. I think. I'm not 100% sure. Ooh, Epirus is doing some sneakiness. Not a bad idea here. But honestly, this Chosen Swordsman unit here, I think is enough to take on these two units right here. There really is not a lot of guys left in either of those Royal Peltis units. Not much that the Cav on the outside can do. Yeah, look at that. He's probably thinks that they were going to come on in, but it's not. I feel like the siege equipment prevents a good charge. They get hung up.
Hack them down! Right, quickly now!
Oh no. No. Get out of there, get out of there. Go. Noble Horse are absolutely shred the Bactrian Royal Cav. Go. Losing decisively, and then, yeah, these guys are going to end up getting their butts handed to them, too. And then once that happens, then they can do Uno reverse and do what Epirus is trying to do. At least that's what I would do, you know? Immediately losing decisively. Morale's still pretty good, but Crack the Whip has been used, and Battle Rhythm. So that's going to give them a pretty significant boost, but in the grand scheme of things, it's fine. Defenders are doing a hell of a job over here holding back these Galatian legionaries. It's ground down to pretty much a halt almost. And unfortunately for Galatia, he can't really afford to move away those two Galatian legionaries who are guarding the breaches here, because if he does that, then both Bactria and Arverni can get their cav inside the settlement, and they can start to cycle charge, or rather hammer and anvil into the back of these Galatian legionaries, or they can take on the Noble Horse, they can get rid of the archers or whatever. So he's kind of screwed. He kind of has to leave these guys here until the very last moment that he can afford to pull them away. Yeah, this isn't firing. I guess it doesn't have any ammo, even though it has a bolt loaded. That's silly. Go, Royal Peltis General's gone, and that's the end for Epirus. So Epirus is done for. Now it's just Galatia on his own. But the defenders have been dealt a pretty hefty blow here. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it really is kind of just Bactria against Galatia at this point. Arverni in support with what little units left he has. Now would definitely be the time to get these guys down the wall and charge into the rear, or even pull these Thorax swordsmen back so that this unit can charge in. But there they go. Now look at that, he's actually pulled back. He can't sit here. He can't face this way, because then they'll just come down and charge into the rear. So now, yeah, it's starting to. The end is nigh. Rope's starting to tighten around their necks. Galatian Legionnaires are winning slightly, but really, I think he. Let's take a look at this real quick. Galatian Legionaries. He could probably kind of slip through here with, I don't know, maybe the Thurio Spear. If he pulls back this Thurio Spear, he could maybe slip them through here and then come right back around. Here we go. Bernie's coming on in. Bacteria should be doing the same. Bernie's charging. Fresh unit of Thorax Swordsmen going to make their way around over here. Clash, two generals. Noble Horse versus Noble Horse. They are single bronze chevron though, so they might do a little bit better. Real key thing here that was going to be neutralizing this. And here comes Bactria. What's the Bernie doing? They're losing decisively, but even still, get them out of there. You don't want to lose them. Chosen Swordsman starting to waver. How many kills? They have up to 110. Not bad. Thurio Spears, 144. Thorax Swords, 137. 50 for this unit here. It's these three here. If those three Galatian swords can hold on, I think it'll be over.
By your command.
I mean, balance of power is still kind of even, though. That's
Find your targets. Quick march.
They're trying.
Fire.
They're trying to bust through here as quickly as they can.
Forever loyal.
Thorax Swords rushing over here. And I still can't believe that the balance of power is like kind of even, though. That is wild.
Engage.
Noble Horse moving around. Chosen Swordsman getting beat up. I'm surprised that there's still 7 minutes left in this. I mean, the defenders don't really have much of anything left. You know, Bactria, way around.
Back, withdraw.
Pretty nuts. Let's do this real quick. Something cool. Oh, there we go. Look at him. It's like he's biting his shoulder. Oh, man. I think that's it. Back to normal. Yeah, all right, yeah, bounce power is now definitely shifting in favor. Yeah, this is it. This is the beginning of the end. At least I think so. Arverni's charging on in, gonna try and clean up these units here. Bactria is still circling around. So it's one Thorax sword, a mercenary Syrian archer, and the Bactrian general, because the Arverni general is going to be gone relatively soon, against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Galatian legionaries. I don't know how they're going to do it. We'll see. If they pull this off, if they get a win out of this, I will be so surprised. Genuinely. There goes Arverni's general. Persian Light's going to take on the Galatian general. Brave souls. Bactria's hustling it back over here.
Man, man! At speed! Understood.
Good. I do not see any path to victory for the defenders.
Halt now!
I mean, this Galatian Legionary unit's making their way around. The Royal Cav can absolutely smash these dudes because there's only 32 of them left. The problem is the Noble Horse, who is now triple bronze chevron. They'll absolutely destroy these guys. Yeah. I
Advance at speed!
think the only way that Bactry could win this is with a meteor comes screeching out of the sky and smashes these guys. Smashes these guys overseas.
Attack their
But this is not Age of Mythology, and you cannot
position!
call in orbital strikes
Down!
because you worship a certain god.
Break the lines!
Charge against the Noble Horse. Yeah, there we go. Win. That's it.
Cut them down!
Pretty good battle. I think the defenders did a pretty good job. I really thought that they were going to actually win this.
Attack their position!
Especially over here, because they were doing such a good job of halting Galatia from moving. I thought that they were going to be able to break this little skirmish that was going on over here, and then they would have been able to loop around. But unfortunately, Arverni just suffered too many losses. I'm not really sure why he didn't bring
Track them down! Attack their position!
any Osworn. I mean,
Riders advance!
yeah, I mean, I would have brought at least an Osworn general, you know?
Cut them down!
I think. Yeah, but I mean, the Noble Horse General from Arverni was useful. It did play a pretty good part. I don't know. I think an infantry general would have been better, especially Osworn, to deal with primarily to deal with the Galatian legionaries here. Historic swordsmen can't really go toe to toe with these guys. I swear to God,
Attack their position!
if Galatia just sends in his units piecemeal instead of going full tilt right now, and he loses because of that, I will be shocked. Or if the timer, well, no, the timer can't run out because it's only a 40-minute battle, so or thereabouts.
Follow riders! Advance! At speed! To
I can't-
arms!
I can't believe he's not
Off!
flanking with anybody. I mean, it looks like he's trying to do it with the Noble Horse, but
Break for glory!
I mean, you got this unit right here. What are you doing? Start sending them around.
Right riders at the double!
What is going on here? What am I witnessing?
Back!
Truly.
Back now! Pull
I feel like
back!
this is the end of a chess match where there's only the kings left on both sides,
By your command!
and they're just
Double
no
time!
one wants to concede, so they're just circling the board.
As you command!
I mean, look, I guess there's no reason for Bactria to concede yet because Galatia's not capitalizing on the fact that Bactria only has 3 units left. So
March!
you know what I mean? Like if Galatia's not going to press the advantage, why should you concede?
Double time!
Who knows? Like maybe there's some crazy way in 50 seconds that Bactria could get a win here. I know that they're not going to, but there's no way that they're going to win this. I just can't see it. Again, though, if they actually manage to win this somehow, I will be so shocked. They didn't lose their general or anything, right? No. And they haven't. Now he moves his practically full. Yeah. 20 seconds left. It was a good fight, though. I mean, great tactics. I don't know how well this actually works, putting the siege towers in front of the arrow towers. I don't know how well that works, because they can still shoot diagonally. You know what I mean? So it's like, I get it, but I don't know. All right. Costly enemy victory. You made him pay for it, so it's definitely all that matters, really. I mean, winning with that. Having fun is the most important part. All right, 2 Valhalla getting 2,000, or no, not 2,000. That's the losses. Getting 1,957 kills, excuse me. 123 for his general, 88 for the skirmishers, 113, 104, 150, and 184 for the Gallic hunters, 72, 125, 29, 67, 77 for the Celtic warriors, 190, 110, 48, 119, 136, 109, and 68 for the chosen swords, and then 45 for the Levy Freeman. Snowman getting 2,315 kills, 171 for his general, 210 for the Scorpion. So well done on that. Smart to bring that. 90 for the Eastern Javelin. Not bad, actually. 90. 238, 195, 25, and 235. So well done with the archers. 54, 26, and 42 for the Bactrian Hillman. 137, 138, 224. Nice. 126, 70. 93, 96 for the thorax swords, and then 145 for the Thorio spears. Master puppets getting 1,465, 143, and 169 for the I'm blanking here. Royal Peltus. There we go. 96 for Tarantine Gav. 0 for the archers. That's unfortunate. 126, 97, and 87 for the Bretons. 1, 0, and 8 for the Illyrian levies. Sorry, bud. 63, 90, and 79 for the Italian swords. 151, 35, and 75. Wow, for the Sand Knights. They got smashed, huh? And then 39, 43, 79, and 84 for the Thorio spears. Mr. Shiny Shots getting the most. 2,713, 427 for the Noble Horse General, 228 for the Giant Ballista, 53 for the Celtic Slinger, 94, 136, and 145 for the Archers, Syrians. Not bad, very good. 199, 75, 202, 203, 110, 202, and 109 for the Galatian Legionaries, Galatian Swords, 121, 105, 69, 79, 84, 72 for the Celtic Tribes. That's going to be it. Hell of a battle. Really, really good. Some interesting stuff that I've never seen before. So yeah, definitely if you have more Total War League practice rounds, please send them in to me, because I'm sure we'll get to see some very interesting tactics that we've never seen before. But with that being said, have a great day, morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are while you're watching. Just have a good one. Peace out, guys.